Company, 830-346-1367. Peerless Equipment, your South Texas irrigation experts. Peerless Equipment specializes in sales and service of irrigation equipment to the agricultural and wildlife industries. This includes hose reels, big guns, pivot systems, underground pipelines, turbine well pumps, booster pumps, motors, valves, and an inventory of much more. Stop by one of their locations in Hondo and Pearsall, or give them a call at 210-434-7867. Peerless Equipment, bringing water to you.
Welcome back here to Panther Stadium. Medina Valley falls here to Lockhart in the opener of district. 17-7 is your final score. This game started out, Medina Valley opened the scoring with a 1-yard touchdown run from James Gibson. Lockhart would kick a field goal before halftime to make it 7-3. And then you come out in the second half, Medina Valley takes the ball, eats 5.5 minutes off the clock, drives it down, has second and goal at the 5-yard line to try to go up 2 scores. A snap that goes over Charlie Marsh's head, scooped up and taken 80 yards by Lockhart for the score, put them on top 10-7. Medina Valley would then go 3 and out, punt the ball away. Lockhart would take it downfield and score on a 1-yard run by Garcia. And that was all she wrote. Medina Valley did get a drive going, had a penalty, couldn't overcome it, got stopped on an interception down there on third down. And Medina Valley just could not overcome that defensive touchdown.
On the drive before that, Medina Valley set up to get within 1 score.
Yep, the missed
35-yard field goal, and it was wide left.
Had enough leg into it, but he didn't hit it quite the way he wanted to, never got the end over end. It was more of a knuckler, and that wind was blowing right to left, kind of helping it, but never got it back inside that upright. And so Medina Valley comes up 17-7 is your final score. Some scores quickly from around the district. Memorial leading Uvalde in the fourth quarter, 9:51 to go, 12-7 Memorial leading. Kerrville-Tivy leading Bernie Champion 24-19 with 4:05 to go in that ball game. And the other game in the district has gone final. Alamo Heights beats Kennedy 58-0. Heights getting on the winning track. They're 1-3 now on the season. But the Panthers 0-1 here in district play. They fall to 1-3 on the season. They'll have Bernie Champion next week. We're going to take a quick break and come back, and then we'll talk about next week for the Panthers and have to do a player of the game. This post-game show is brought to you by Security State Bank. We'll take a quick break and come back. You're listening to Panther Football, brought to you by North Park Chevrolet, and we'll continue in just a moment.
This is MVBN, the Medina Valley Broadcast Network.
Medina Electric Cooperative was built by this community 80 years ago. And for 80 years, we've delivered safe, reliable, and affordable energy. We're proud to be a part of this community and to serve beyond the power lines. You can find us supporting your kids' Little League, sponsoring school events, hosting safety presentations, and so much more. We're honored to belong to this community. Keep up with Medina Electric.
Qualifications, rules, and limitations apply. Rates, rewards, and restrictions may vary by account. Contact institution for details.
Tickets, popcorn, and sodas. That'll be $35. Cash or debit?
Debit! I mean, I'd like to use my debit card, please. Can I do it?
Okay.
All right! Swiping now!
What if paying with your debit card was always this exciting? Kasasa Cashback is a free checking account that pays you for everyday debit card purchases every month you qualify. Plus, with ATM withdrawal fee refunds nationwide, that's a lot of extra cash to spend on whatever you like.
Ask for free Kasasa checking at Community National Bank. Member FDIC.
Security State Bank, your financial partner since 1925 with one simple goal, to be the best bank possible to the families and businesses of South Texas. Check out Security State Bank's competitive rates and services from local people you know and trust. Serving South Texas with 7 convenient locations, including 1726 Highway 90 East in Castroville. Call 830-538-9898 or online at securitystbk.com. Equal housing lender, member FDIC. Who has the best sports coverage for Medina Valley? We do.
Any of this getting through to you, son?
This is the Medina Valley Broadcast Network.
Welcome back here to Panther Stadium as we are in the post-game here. Post-game show brought to you by Security State Bank. And Medina Valley falls 17-7 to Lockhart. And we're going to player of the game brought to you by Medina Electric. And the player of the game we've selected is James Gibson. And I'll let Jeff tell you why we selected him as player of the game because he's got some stats for you.
James Gibson had 20 rushes for 120 yards tonight, and I guess that really doesn't tell the story of it. I mean, the story of it is that he had the majority of his rushes on the yards on the one scoring drive, I think, where he ended up having he had 29 yards rushing on the scoring drive. So he put together a bunch of yards on that one, and then his first carry of the second half was a 30-yard run. So 59 yards he had right there in that little span. And then after that, it was 3 here, 4 there, 5 there, but they couldn't never get anything really rocking and rolling. Panthers had 252 total yards of offense. Marsh was 13 for 25, and of course that's very misleading, the 13 for 25, because of all those little shuttle passes that he kind of throws to Pardo on those they look like handoffs, but they're really they go down as passes. So he had 13 for 25 passing for 93 yards, and McClendon was 1 for 1 for 17 yards. He did come in the first half, and he threw one of those little shuttle passes to Pardo. For Lockhart, defense did their job. I mean, 183 total yards is what Lockhart ended up with on the night, and the majority of those were on one drive where they went 50-something yards, 60 yards, I think, after the 3 and out for the Panthers after the fumble. So 183 yards. Panther defense played well. They had 123 yards rushing, and Jared, they only threw one pass in the second half. And it was an incomplete pass. The guy dropped it going across the middle. So 183 yards. Panther defense played well again to no avail. And Jared, I know you and Maury have said this, but this first loss stings.
Yep.
But by no means is the season over.
Well, no, you're exactly right.
You've beat Champion the last 2 years. Not saying you're going to go to Champion and beat Champion, but there's games out there that are. If you stay healthy, you do some do some good things. We've won some games in the past on just like Lockhart beat us tonight. Fumble recovery, a big turnover, something big. The way our defense is playing, you would think that we're going to be in just about every game in the fourth quarter. So hopefully that's what happens, and that our Panthers will stay focused and realize that this season is not over by far.
Yeah, you're exactly right, Jeff. And the defense tonight really only gave up 10 points in this ball game. The other 7 came on a defensive fumble recovery that was run back 80 yards for a touchdown. When you look at what the defense has done, they gave up 10 points tonight. They gave up 14 against Hondo, gave up 7 against Bernie, gave up 28 to a very good Waco La Vega team that puts up a lot of points on teams, held them to only 28 points. The defense has kept you in every football game. Medina Valley has had an opportunity in every one of them to come away with a win. It's not like they've been really blown out. They've had chances, especially going into the second half. Unfortunately, the offense is not able to put up the points that they're needing to get these games won, because when your defense only gives up 7 or 10 or 14 points, you should probably be in a pretty good position to win the ball game, and unfortunately their offense just isn't clicking right now.
Oh, absolutely. And you think about it, one thing that the Panthers have to really focus on is that if they go in and score, they're up by 2 scores.
Yeah, exactly.
That's a 14-point swing right there.
Yep.
And our offense is not built to play from behind. So you've got to take care of the ball. You got to go, you score right there, and now the whole game is a different ball game. Now Lockhart's down by 2. I said they only threw the ball 1 time in the second half. That would have changed.
Yep, absolutely.
What would have happened then? We would have been able to blitz more maybe. We'd have got more pressure on the quarterback. You never know. He'd have thrown one up, a tip ball. We get an interception. We may be up by 3 scores.
Yep.
So the complexity of the game really changes because of the one play.
Yeah.
And if you can eliminate, hey, let's focus on the positives. How many penalties did we have in the second half?
I think, 1, maybe 2?
I don't.
I know they had one that was the illegal, the motion right here. Yeah, one penalty.
One penalty.
And really only 3 in the first half, so 4 penalties the whole game. And that's something they cut out. And one thing they did not have, no personal fouls in this football game.
Well, I did see Coach Crisp get on to somebody that was mouthing early in the game, and that was good to see. You know, he kind of took him to the side and told him, hey, you're not going to do that out here. We're not going to play that kind of football, and this is the way we're going to play football here at Medina Valley. And so I commend kudos to the coaching staff for that right there. And I think there was, you know, I talked to him, and we talked to him at the show the other night. They put emphasis on that this week. They put a lot of emphasis on that, and I think that paid off. The thing that didn't pay off is we've got to put emphasis on winning now. So let's get back to the winning ways, Medina Valley football, and let's do some good. So, Jared, Mark, good job with you guys tonight.
And you know, Medina Valley got Bernie Champion next week. That will be a away game at Bernie. That'll be a Friday night game, and that it doesn't get any easier. But a game that Panthers have won the last 2 seasons. We'll see what Medina Valley can do. I'd also like to remind everybody that tune in on Tuesday night. They'll have the volleyball broadcast with video. Dwayne Garza will be there to call the game for you. And you can tune in live on the Medina Valley Broadcast Network, on the Broadcast Network's YouTube channel, Facebook, and even now on Twitter, as we've got that available also that you can listen live on. Update on that champion score, minute 45 to go in the ball game, still 24-19. Kerrville-Tivy leading that. They have not updated the Memorial Uvalde score in a while. It still shows 9:51 to go in the fourth quarter and a 12-7 Memorial lead. Also, next week it will be Maury and Jeff, and I think Dwayne's going to join y'all because I won't be at that ball game next week, but I will see everybody. The next week's the off week, but I will be at the show Wednesday night, and then I'll see everybody back for the next game, which I believe is either Kennedy or Memorial, back here at Panther Stadium.
Where will you be?
I will be at my rehearsal dinner because my wedding is next Saturday.
You found somebody?
Oh, yeah. Somehow I managed.
Wow. No, I'm just giving you a hard time.
Congratulations.
But this ain't the last time the fans will hear you before you go off.
No, I'll be Wednesday.
You will be there Wednesday for Sports for Supper.
Yeah, I will
correct?
be there on Wednesday for the show. And I'd like to wish the Panthers good luck next Friday as they take on Bernie Champion. Hopefully they can come away with a win, and I'll be trying to tune in as much as I can during the rehearsal dinner if Shannon over there with her drop jaw will let me at least turn it on a few times to find out a score. But I'm getting the Ojos Locos over there.
Yeah.
But final score here tonight, Lockhart 17, Medina Valley 7, a stinging loss, but not over by any means. Got to go into champion next week, hopefully take care of business and get back on the winning track. I'd like to thank one more time all of our sponsors for making it possible to bring you these games here on the Medina Valley Broadcast Network, and a big thank you to North Park Chevrolet, who's our title sponsor here, helping to bring you these broadcasts. For Maury Stein and Jeff Stivers, I am Jared Lucky saying good night, God bless, and we will see you next time when Panther football continues.